What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to episode 13, I believe, of our Olympic Lyonnais FM19 save. Now, I've come to you at a bit of a weird junction. Usually it's the home screen with who we're going to play next, but the game's only one day away, and we come across this news in my inbox, which I thought was kind of humorous, but it was worth bringing to you guys. It says, title race heads to the wire. There's 5 games left in the season. Will PSG have 4? I mean, they're 11 points ahead of us. Why is this deemed being a title race? It's not really, is it? I mean, 11 points to make up in a possible 15 just isn't really a title race. And we have to play Monaco still. Not Monaco, Marseille, apologies. And we have to play Marseille still, whereas their running's a lot easier than ours. Of course, we have Bordeaux today. We're set for our record number of points as well. So we sit on 80 and our best ever is 84. Here we go. So the record of wins is 25, like I stated in the last episode, and we're on that currently. So if we beat Bordeaux, we do pretty much set a record season. You know, we'll bring our total points up to 83, which I'm sure will be 84 by the end of the season. My Norton is still expired. That popped up many videos ago and it keeps popping up, but we'll just ignore that on the screen. Elsewhere, whilst you was away, we have made the semi-final of the French Cup as well. That's where we play Monaco. That's why they're fresh in my mind, because I just saw the draw, which means I think for next episode, not so much this one. This one I'm going to bring you the Bordeaux and Atletico Madrid. But I think next episode may be a triple header. I think I'm going to do Atletico Madrid, Marseille and Monaco all in one episode, just to see if that sets up a nice finale of the season. You know, potentially it could be two finals at the end, which I think could be quite interesting to bring to you guys. So, as I mentioned, for today it will be Bordeaux and Atletico Madrid, and I'm hoping we can grab a win in both those games. The league's not really so important anymore to me. At this stage, I'd rather win in the Champions League and just go to the final of that and hopefully win that, opposed to actually, you know, yeah, the league's pretty much over anyway. As I said, we're 11 points behind. Fair enough, they have a game in hand, but 11 points, I think it's just too much to come back from. There's 5 games left, 15 points for us. We have to win every single one and just hope they somehow drop off. The quarterfinal of the French Cup, I didn't realise how far along we'd actually progressed in the French Cup, so I should have brought that to you guys as well. But we won 3-1. Yeah, pretty convincing. They did come back for a little while, and it was 2-1, a bit of a close game, but a Memphis Depay goal on the stroke of half time really saw that game out. So as a result, I think it's 12 games unbeaten now. I think 7 wins in a row. So we're heading into hot form to end out the season, which is good because, you know, there's a lot of cup finals coming up, semi-finals. This is where we need to be winning games week in, week out. So the fact we're on a nice run of green is very good. Elsewhere, again, Rio Ave shouldn't really be in there, but Porto and Benfica having a nice title run elsewhere. Let's just kick into this. We are the favourites, of course. Our form's looking much better than theirs with only 1 win in the last 5. I'm going to just trust the assistant manager again. Ideally, we probably should be rotating a little bit more, but actually, I'm going to rotate. I'm going to bring Terrier on. I'm going to bring Dubois on. Marcelo can start. And Sander Berg can come on. That's all the changes we're going to do. I'll just throw those players on, and that's it. We're going to rock with this team against Bordeaux, away from home. I'm not too sure how our away form is, actually. That could be an interesting stat to look at the end of the season. To see how our home form compared to our away form. But we're underway here. Again, we're all in the all white. Thankfully, we don't ever play in our orange kit anymore, because I'm pretty certain that was not away, our third kit, sorry, the orange one. I'm pretty sure that was a you know, a bad luck omen, or like some sort of bad luck for us, because I don't think we ever played well in that kit. We're in the white pretty often. I don't think we played in our away kit once throughout this whole season, so it is what it is. I'm honestly just so astounded by how far PSG are ahead of us now. Dubois chases this loose ball. Lovely whip across back to Fekir, who almost dummies the defender there, bursts inside, has a pop shot, and it just whizzes past the post. And yeah, unfortunate not to score there, actually. Papachik with a nice tackle, actually, a very ferocious one, but, you know, did the job. Got the ball cleanly, I'd say. Lovro Major hoofs up to Fekir, bit of a route one pass, and Fekir's done brilliantly to take that round the goalkeeper. 30th of the season, there it is, the big 3-0. What every team looks for in their striker. You know, if you're striking bang 30 goals a season, you're loving life. Look at this, lovely touch round the keeper, slots it home. 1-0, 12th minute. Game's not done though. I was about to say done and dusted, but it's far from that. Long way to go here. But that does, puts us up to 8 points again behind. So 12 points available, 8 points behind. It is, of course, mathematically possible. But are PSG going to lose like 3 games from now to the end of the season? I just don't see it happening. They're not in the Champions League. They are in the French Cup. They're in the other semi-final, so they play a much weaker team. I think we got Monaco and they got a team further down, maybe like Bordeaux or like Rennes or someone like that. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head. As Martin Terrier bursts into the open space here, whips it deep to Sander Berg with a lovely first-time volley, first-time half volley. I'm not too sure, but a lovely composed finish from him, and I'm definitely seeing the replay for that. Here it is, Terrier bursts into all that open space. That's what I love about this formation. Look at that. I think it's a bit of a half volley, lovely curling effort, and the keeper can only push it into the top of the net. And it's 2-0 here. Now it looks very, very comfortable for us. We don't often drop 2-0 leads. Of course, we have before in the past, but fingers crossed that doesn't happen again. And I'm hoping we can hold on to this here. They are all fired up from the feedback, but we're on the attack here again. Actually, this might be their highlights. Cornelius tackled by Papacic into Terrier into Pineda. Fekir, lovely pass to Lovro Major with a lovely touch. Keeper stops the first effort. Lovro Major, 9th of the season on the rebound, and it's 3-0, so it's looking very convincing here. Not many fans in the crowd, actually. A lot of empty seats, but lovely first touch. Unlucky that it doesn't get the first time, strike into the net, but the rebound's there. It's hit the back of the net. It's 3-0. And we're flying here. This looks like our 8th win in the row. It's a record-breaking win. 26 in the league now, so that's going to be hard to beat, actually. Next year we have to perform phenomenally well to top that. Rolls it out to Pongracic. Fantastic signing he's been. He's been maybe like an unsung hero. As Fekir onto the end of it, went for the chip. I think he should have placed that into the bottom left corner. It would have been his second of the game. But Pongracic with another lovely ball to Lovro Major into Sander Berg. Cheek. Major out wide to Dubois. Sander Berg. Sander Berg's a big fan of mine. The way he plays just really suits this formation, I think. Just holds the ball up nice and well. And as I start praising him, he gives it away really sloppily. But look at Pongracic's position in there. Just sniffs out any through balls just to his positioning. It's actually phenomenal. They're pretty sure there's a great quote by I think it was like Maldini. Perhaps it may be another centre back that's very legendary, but he said basically, if I have to make a tackle, then I've already made a mistake. And I think that really does apply to Pongracic, just because very rarely he has to slide in. A lot of the time his positioning, he's just in the right spot, so he can just collect the ball. He can just calmly play it out of the back into the midfield trio. So very good signing from us. I'm proud I spotted him in the Salzburg team. And yeah, we brought him in and he's here to stay. Dubois heads away to Terrier. It's been a bit back and forth actually the last 20 minutes or so. They've been coming at us a lot more. So they're kicking on here. Mendy again just hoofs it. It does stay in play as Varda with his very very ginger hair standing out on the screen there. Camano. Lovely curling effort to Cornelius, who gets on the end of it. A bit lucky there. It bounces off Lopez, but the same way we scored a rebound, they get one themselves. And this Lyon'S stand, very full. Loads of white shirts in there, considering we're away from home. Only 2,000 of us, but we must all be in that stand but over there. We are the only team playing today. I'm not really a big fan of that in the French league, that teams never seem to play on the same day. Obviously in the Premier League, of course not every team plays on a Saturday, but the vast majority play Saturday or Sunday and occasionally Monday, so the weekend rolls around and the table has a major update. But with this, I don't even know what day we're playing on. It's the 27th of April 2019. The 27th of April, to be fair, is a Saturday. So I don't know why we're the only ones playing. Gonna make some subs here as the game rounds out. But yeah, I don't know why we're playing here, we're the only team playing. But here we are. Guess it's just the way their league's structured, I suppose. But Lima, ball through, Camano, a bit of a dodgy challenge, but Dubois collects nicely, gives it away though. This is what, at the beginning of the season, you'll remember this actually, we used to be very sloppy in the sort of last third of the game. Oh, as Kamano's through, and it's hit the bar. Jesus, he's absolutely lathered that into the bar. Or leathered, sorry, not lathered. He's not washing his hair. But yeah, he smashed the crossbar with a ferocious effort, and we're pretty lucky to get away with that. And yeah, as I mentioned, that weird sort of play style that we have where we're just launching the ball up to the top third and the halfway line, sort of creeping back in. And that was our demise, actually, in the end. We lost a few games because of that, I feel like, or at least dropped some points. So I'm hoping we can get that under control again, especially in these clinical games, because teams like Atletico will punish us. Griezmann, Diego Costa, they're going to be causing our defenders all kinds of issues. So we can't be giving them the ball for free. As Pineda, back to Mendy, keeps it in on the byline. Dombele, back to Mendy, back to Dombele. Very surprised if he shoots. Papacheek, back to Dombele. This is what I mean, just gives it away stupidly. Luckily Marcelo collects nicely. Pineda gets his head right on the end of that. He's probably going to have a sore headache, he is. Caramo just tripped up, and that's a red card for Pineda, and I think he's suspended now for the next league game. Just no need for that, really. Really is no need for that. He's got a red card. 30 seconds left of the game. I don't see the point in him doing that challenge. Stupid stuff. Very stupid. They tried to launch a through ball, but Mendy's pace is there. Pongracic now again gives the ball away. I said he was really composed earlier on, and I think we're just going to sleep at the back here. Sort of all over the place. Memphis gets the ball, and hopefully he can sort of charge into their third, which is what he's doing. Dubois into Papacheek, and hopefully we can just sort of see this half out now. We do. There's the final whistle. Olympic Lyon 3, Bordeaux 1. So we do get the 3 points, do close the gap back to 8 points on PSG. So the title hopes are still alive. Very, realistically not going to happen, but they are mathematically still alive. So I'm going to cling on to any hope I can and just hope we can somehow win the league. But Pineda's banned. I'm not even going to appeal that because it's his fault for doing a stupid challenge. Major gets a lovely little player of the match. And Fekir's been boosted by my support, apparently. So I'm going to jump ahead to the Atletico Madrid game, and I'm going to catch back up with you then. Here we are then, Champions League semi-final at home against Atletico Madrid. It's going to be a very close game, of course. This season we've been setting the sort of league and Champions League alight with how many goals we've been scoring, but Atletico are renowned for their defensive record. Defensively they're very strong. They have a great goalkeeper, great centre-back pairing. And at the same time they can score a lot of goals as well. So it's going to be a very interesting game. Just some bad news, some good news. So due to Tolisso, of course, going to Bayern Munich and winning the Bundesliga, we get 900k, which is good. Lovro Major misses the Champions League semi-final through injury. I think he's out for 3 to 4 weeks, actually. So I think he might actually just miss the entirety of the season. I think that's his season done. As you see here, he has an abdominal strain. So it says 10 days to 3 weeks. So potentially could miss pretty much the whole season. Papacheek does miss the whole season with a sports hernia, but Lucas Toussaint should be back in 5 to 10 days. So, Phil Foden comes back as well. So some players coming back, some players going back out, which isn't great news. Elsewhere, it's Angers actually that play Paris in the cup. So maybe it's not as easy as I made out. But here we are then. We're in the white, they're in the blue. That's a very nice kit, I must say, for them. But they're apparently the favourites. Barely the favourites, but they are still the favourites. Of course, Diego Simeone is their manager. But yeah, we play at home. I'm not sure if I like playing at home first. I think sometimes it's good to sort of, go out and grab the away goals and just sort of at least take that advantage back to your home ground. But nonetheless, we are at home. I'm hoping we can get a good result here. If we do, it's pretty much having 1 foot into the Champions League final. But here are the lineups then. I'll run through us first. So it's Lopez, Dalot, Pongracic, Denea, Marçal. Unfortunately, I think Mendy's got a lack of fitness, so he has to sit out. I think he's on the bench. He is. Dombele, Hussein, Pineda make up the middle three. With Phil Foden, Fekir and Depay up top. So, of course, we have Terrier on the bench, who's ready to set the league alight. Sander Berg, in case we need another machine in midfield. Just a word of interesting word, actually. Dembele actually withdrew his transfer request. So he's seen the success the team's having, and he kind of wants to ride on our success, actually, now. So he's withdrawn that. But here's their team then. So it's Oblak in goal. Arias, Diego Godin, Jimenez and Hernandez. It's their back four with Gelson Martins, Koke, Saul and Vitolo in the middle. Diego Costa and Antoine Griezmann up top. As you see here, 29 goals in 42, 50-ish games for Diego Costa. Griezmann has 21 in 34. So We know slouches ourselves, of course, a lot of goals between our attacking players, but their numbers are equally as impressive. And yeah, it's pretty much the clashing of two very similar teams. You know, they're second fiddle to Real Madrid in the league. I think they're about 10 points adrift, as are we to PSG. So a very, very similar situation for both clubs, as Dombele's a silly tackle on Costa 15 seconds in, and we can't afford to be doing those kind of actions. We do have a free corner here with Fekir. Whips it very deep to Foden. No one's in the middle, so Hernandez boots it clear, and Denayer can hopefully maybe calm down and dictate the play. We need to get a good grip of this game. As Marcel chases that ball, keeps it in wonderfully, whips it in. Fekir, is that a penalty? Apparently it is. Apparently that looked kind of clean to me, but it's a penalty. And we all know Fekir does not miss. He does not miss penalties. It's 1-0. Oh. He's technically hasn't missed, but the goalkeeper has saved it. It's not 1-0. That's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Wow. I'm hoping that doesn't come to bite us in the bum later on. But apart from that, both teams looking very equal here as they send Vitolo through, but Denayer does well to clear that. Memphis now can burst away, hopefully, as he does so. Sloppy pass, but Dombele. Been our rock this game so far. Only 4 minutes in, and I'm already calling someone a rock. Just shows how end-to-end this game really is. Diogo Dalot heads back to Hussein. Hernandez. Jimenez. Fekir. Hussein. Up to Phil Foden. He's through. He can't beat Oblak. I think he's out for a corner. Yeah, he's out for a corner. Oblak with a lovely save. And this game's going very slow. 4 minutes in, and we've seen about more highlights than we did in the Bordeaux game, I think. Marcel out to Fekir. Goes to the byline. Whips a little sort of almost dummy cross to the edge of the box. Dombele. Ambitious effort. Never heading in. It is on key highlights, so 5th minute now, we have another one. Hussein, Dombele. Why does he go? Why? That's like his 5th long shot of the game, and we're only 6 minutes in. We've had 7 shots. Now they're on the attack. Arias into Vitolo. Costa whips it into Griezmann, and that's his 22nd of the season. It's 1-0 to Atletico Madrid, away from home for them. So they do have an away goal. We're at a massive disadvantage there. And maybe that missed penalty is coming to get us after all. We're on the attack now, so maybe that doesn't get us down. Hussein, little pop shot. This is what I'll say about their defensive, attributes. We can't get inside the box to have any chances. We've had the one from Phil Foden, but the rest of them have all been pop shots from outside the box. So unless Oblak has a blunder, I don't really see him letting any of those in. So I think we've met our maker here. I think Atletico will just outclass us at that, looking at this game. If we keep having little pop shots like that. Through to Griezmann again. He takes a touch. It's 2-0. I'm actually just so shocked with this performance here. They've been so clinical. Saul, Vitolo, Costa. It's just so patient. The front two from their team playing wonderfully well. Griezmann's through. He scored in the 8th minute. He scored in the 19th minute. And we're 2-0 down. Dombele now. We just really can't find a way into their box. Out to Fekir. Maybe we have done so here. Little toe poke. Pineda. And it's 2-1. We get one back. 6th goal of the season for him. Fekir with an assist. We're back into this game. 2-1. An automatic reply to their goal. And that's what I love to see. Fekir. Little toe poke cross. Pineda on the end of it. And we're back into this game. Memphis now. Literally 10 seconds after that goal, Denayer hits the crossbar. Oh my god, I'm literally moving around so much in my chair. I've never been this excited in a Football Manager game this season. Ignore that little beep you heard in the background. That just means my video's rendered. Foden whips it in to Godin. Hussein. Memphis. He's hit the post. Oh my god. We need to be scoring chances like that if we're going to beat them though, because we've had 15 shots to their 2 with 3 on target. What are we doing? What are we actually doing? Looks like they've changed to a shorter passing style. I mean, that has been working for them actually, so it makes sense. It's good to see the game has calmed down now. It was a bit mental before. But yeah, we're heading into half-time, and again, the highlights really have calmed down now. I think it's just a case of each team playing it around the middle. We've had 68% possession to their 32, 20 shots to their 4. I mean, sorry, 20 shots to their 2, but we've only had 4 on target. So it really just shows you that we really are just having shots from outside the box. And half-time rolls around. Olympic Lyon 1, Atletico Madrid 2. And, I mean, I think we can turn it around in the second half. But we need to start doing it now because it's just not looking good. Pineda with a lovely tackle on Martins. I think maybe it's time for some subs, I think. Let's have a look here. Marcelo's coming on for Danea. Is he not making mistakes? I think that's what my manager said. Terrier's coming on. 4. Fekir hasn't been performing, so surprisingly, I'm going to do it for Fekir. And Dombele's been okay, so I'll leave him on for now. Griezmann over free kick. Really big curling effort, and it's behind for a goal kick. So I've made a few subs. Oh, it's Marçal that's making the mistakes. Oh, dear. Good thing we got Mendy on the bench then. I might have to bring him on, actually. But Terrier, yeah, he's been setting the game alight usually when he comes on, so I'm hoping he can bring some of that energy into this game. Diego Costa. Marcelo with a lovely tackle there, up to Phil Foden. The young Mancunian into Memphis. Bursting forward, has a shot, and Oblak equal to it. And it's out for a corner. And I don't think we're used to playing against a keeper of this quality, really. Memphis whips it in only as far as Godin, and the fans are all going wild. Their fans going, more specifically, are going very, very crazy. Dallo into Hussein. Out to Diego Dallo. Hopefully he bursts into that space, which he does. But again, only as far as the first defender, so getting a bit worried here. Memphis, edge of the box, free kick. It's in! It's in the back of the net. It's 2-2. Lovely free kick from Memphis. Oblak can only push it into the side netting. It's 2-2. We're back in this game. Admittedly, they do have 2 away goals. And what a lovely free kick that is. Admittedly, they have 2 away goals. So they do have a slight advantage, and it means we pretty much have to win at their ground. But we're back in the game. Memphis is through, though, actually. And Godin or one of their defenders equal to it. Lovely sliding tackle as Memphis on the ball now here in the corner. Whips it into the middle. Rodrigo heads away. Memphis collects the rebound. Only as far as Costa, though. And it's 2-2. And that's a weight off my shoulders because now our win conditions, we have a few more of them. We can go and draw 2-2 and it'll go to extra time. We can, of course, win by 1 goal and we'd have to win by 2 goals. It's just opens us up to a lot more opportunities and a lot more flexibility, really. So I'm going to make another sub, I think, in the final 10 minutes. It's actually going to be... I'm going to do Sander Berg. I think, with all the shots we've been having in corners, I think his 6'3" presence in this latter stage of the game may be beneficial. That's my thought process. Probably won't even have a corner now, but that's my thought process. Have one last chance. Dallo into Sander Berg. Dallo into Memphis. Back to Sander Berg. Gets tackled and it's cleared away. And that's it. The end of the game. Olympic Lyon 2. Atletico Madrid 2. 29 shots to their 3. 8 shots on target to their 2. 62% possession to 38. So we have been very dominant. They've just been the more clinical side. So I think, I have good vibes heading into the away leg. I do think we can win. I do think we will win. I do think we'll reach the Champions League final, but that's the end of our winning streak, actually. So not only is it the end of today's episode, it's the end of our winning streak. So that's a bit of a shame. We're still unbeaten, though, which is very good. Excuse us, a dog barks outside. I'm not sure if you could hear that. But as mentioned, I think next episode will be a triple game episode. I think it will be Atletico Madrid, Marseille, followed by Monaco, in the hopes of setting up a grand finale of the season with 2 finals, hopefully the French Cup and the Champions League. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please drop it a like and subscribe if you want to see daily Football Manager content. It helps out a ton. And I'll catch you next time, guys. See you later.